Yo YouTube! This is my video for Monday the 23rd of June, and I'm heading the 17 miles or half an hour up to Boston to pick up a couple of pallets going to Huntingdon. It's only a little job. It's 55 loaded miles, 55, and I'm getting £65 for it. It's been a while since I was on the road. Last week I ended up not being on the road at all due to a variety of bits and pieces, meeting people, getting tests done, and getting my PD treatment balanced. And I'm hopeful that now that's all sorted. I had a blood test this morning before I came out, and if that proves to be satisfactory in terms of the results, I should be then given the all clear to stop doing my hemodialysis, and I'm pretty confident that will be the case. So last week was all a bit of a up and down week, so kind of basically discounted that from working completely. I do still have 2 videos to edit from the week before. One's not really much. The Friday that I last worked was pretty much a write-off day, so I will release the video because of completeness, but it won't be very long or impressive. Not that most videos I do are impressive, but it won't be very long at least. And then I'll be back into the swing of things. I don't think I need to say any more about my PD at this point, only that I'm hopeful that I will be now doing it hopefully every night, and it'll be working fine. So that's that, and that means I can potentially work back to 5 days a week. I don't think I will. I think I'll do at least 4, maybe 4.5 to start off with. I'm not going to rush into it. Anyway, the next thing to talk about is money. Yeah, money. Briefly, I will go on to talk about it. So my van is booked in for a repair at the end of the first week of July. My insurance is due at the end of August, and I will need to start paying for my CX quarterly very soon. I thought it was the start of June. It must be the end of June instead, so I've not had any reminders yet. And so I'm going to be hit with some quite big bills just at the time when my invoices are stopping, because I've not been working very much. I've got enough money to get my bank account to be okay through June, and I haven't checked it, but I think July is about halfway there. So I've still got a week or so to work this week to get July's invoices to be up to scratch. So I'm reasonably hopeful that I might get enough work to make sure July is fine. But I think by the end of August I'm going to be struggling for cash flow. And I do have some savings which I'd started to put aside for my next van, but I'll have to use that for these. I'm just hopeful that I've got enough savings in place to cover all those bills and my cash flow. It's going to be close, yeah, but we'll see. And then hopefully I get enough work over July and August to get back on track, savings back up. But I've had quite a easy time at work-wise. I've not done very much work in the last month and a half, and so hopefully that's the reason why I'm going to be in retirement here. So today I don't know how it's going to go. I don't have any expectations. I'm just going to do one job at a time. I don't want to go too far away from home, but we'll see how it goes. I've got no idea what to expect today. When I did look at CX with my days off, over the last week or so. There wasn't an awful lot going. I wasn't really missing out on very much, which I suppose in one hand is good, but I'd hope it's all changed this week now I'm back. Anyway, I'll let you know how today goes. Welcome back to my live YouTube. Hello YouTube, it is now 5 to 1. I've just picked up a second job of the day. I am driving just under half an hour to get to Kettering, and then I'm taking a long wheelbase van job to Bedford. It's about 22 loaded miles and about 23 miles to get to the pickup point. And for that, I'm going to be getting £60, 60. I dropped off my first job I was finished at 35 minutes past 12. So it took me about 20 minutes to find that job. And there wasn't an awful lot around, but I've been on about 3 or 4 jobs. And the only other thing to add to my reflections on today is I'm not really focusing too much today on how much money I earn. I'm kind of using this week as a way of just experimenting with getting back on the road every day and seeing how it feels. I think if I added the pressure of having to earn a certain amount of money, it would probably be quite unpleasant. But this week's just about, can I do 4 or maybe even 4.5 days of work? And how does it feel? How does it fit in with my new schedule? And is it doable? And I'm just going to focus my week on that, and whatever I earn is a bonus. So I think that's how I need to approach this week. So yeah, that's it. I'll let you know how it goes when I get to Bedford. I mean, Bedford's not a bad place for me to get a job from, a local job. There's probably not going to be a lot of drivers there. While I've been talking to you, I've put up a map of Huntingdon and how it looked. There's the zoomed out map which shows Peterborough and Cambridge and Huntingdon, and then I've zoomed in and there were 2 other active drivers close to me when I bid on this job. There was a job going from Huntingdon to Colchester, which I put a bid on, and another job going from March to Colchester, which I didn't get. I didn't get those. Well, I did get one of them and I cancelled the other. I cancelled the March one because I got this job. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm a bit tired at the moment, but that's kind of half the course for me. It's 1 o'clock. I'll have a bit of food while I'm driving, and then hopefully this afternoon I'll perk up a bit. But anyway, it's good to be back, and I'll let you know how it goes. Cheers. Hello there YouTube. It's now 1:55, exactly an hour after my last little clip. I've just picked up my load from Kettering. I'm now on my way to Bedford. It'll be about 40 minutes before I get there. And there was a slight hiccup at the pickup point. So the shipper had put notes on saying there was going to be 1 oversized pallet, which was 163 centimetres long by 85 centimetres wide, it's like 76 centimetres high, and that fits on my van really easily. And there's another box, small box, which obviously would fit on. When I arrived on site, they gave me the first small item, which ended up being basically an envelope, a padded envelope. But then they said they couldn't get on the pallet. And I was confused about that until I went to see it. Basically, it's on a purpose-built, it's a crate on a purpose-built sort of pallet, which only has forks along the length, not along the short width. So it has to go on to the van lengthwise. My van, and I don't know of any van that would take 1.63 metres width in their loading bay. I'm struggling to know if a Luton would do that. And I suppose it might do. I don't know enough about Lutons to know if there's that much width. I suppose they could do, but obviously no panel van is that wide. I did try and suggest they could put it on another pallet, but powers that be at this place were not going to change anything. So then in the end they said that I wouldn't be taking the large pallet, but they would like me to take the little box or little parcel. So I told the shipper all this, and now I've made my way off site. So it seems a bit of a shame, but I think in hindsight, the place I was going to is an international engineering firm, and I suspect they have quite high standards about what they will and won't allow. It's a German firm, so I'm guessing that they just will not take risks with their goods. So fair enough, it's their decision, and I'm going to make the journey just with one item instead of two. So yeah, that's that job, and when it's Bedford, we'll see what it's like there in terms of work. Cheers. Oh yeah, YouTube. So I think I'm just going to head home now. It's now just gone 3:30. I finished in Bedford at 2:35, and there wasn't an awful lot of work going in my direction, sort of towards Birmingham or the East Midlands, or towards home, or even towards Norfolk. Most of it was going southwards, or it was all for tomorrow morning. So I started to head home. I've come across the A1M from Bedford, heading north now towards Huntingdon, Peterborough. I am looking for work, but I am quite tired, I must say. It's quite hot today. It's only 22 degrees according to my fan thermometer. It feels warmer than that. And I think I'm just going to head home. I'll do some stats as a rolling ticker tape. It won't be very impressive. Effectively, I'm just trying to cover my business costs this week. I think that'll be fine. And usually that's £105 a day over 3 days. But if I'm doing 4 days, obviously that's less than that. And today I would have made in the region of about £100 roughly. So that's how I'm looking at it. Right, I'm next at work probably on Wednesday. Although I might look for something on Tuesday afternoon, depending on how I feel. But I suspect I'll be quite happy to have a day off tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all being successful, however you want that to be for yourselves. Thank you for listening to my video, and I shall see you next time. Cheers. Farewell, friends.